Hey, I know you. You're the one trying to juggle everything, yeah? Kids, work, maybe even the occasional attempt at a social life. Well, let me guess, you probably tried losing weight, but finding the motivation? Pfft, it's easier to find a matching pair of your kids' socks in the laundry, right? Well, don't panic. In this video, I'm going to give you practical science-backed tips to help you stay motivated no matter how crazy life gets, so you can finally tackle those weight loss goals without blowing your brains out. I'm Anthony Punshon, your go-to transformation coach, and every week I'm here to help you cut through all the diet nonsense out there. I'll show you how to lose weight, tighten and tone your body, even if the only alone time you get is when you've locked yourself in the bathroom to eat a bar of chocolate where the kids can't see you. So go ahead and subscribe because you don't want to miss this and upcoming videos, unless of course you like being confused by dodgy diet tips from your cousin's sister's dog walker's hairdresser. All right, let's talk motivation for weight loss because we've all been there, yeah? You start off strong, pumped with that new year, new me energy, then life happens. Suddenly your gym gear's gathering more dust than your exercise bike, which, let's be honest, has probably been relegated to a makeshift clothes hanger by now. But here's the deal. Motivation is not some magical unicorn that only appears when the planets align, yeah? It's something you can actually create and sustain with a few little tricks. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. Actionable, science-backed tips to help you stay motivated even when life throws everything it's got at you, yeah? So let's do this. Tip number 1, start with small wins. Now, I know what you're thinking. Small wins? Mate, every time I get through the day without screaming is a small win. But stick with me on this, yeah? Research shows that tiny victories build momentum, so no need to run a marathon next Tuesday, yeah? Start with something manageable like a 10-minute walk or even parking further away from the supermarket. Because these tiny changes don't sound like much, but they add up. And you know what else adds up? Confidence. Every time you make a small change, it gives your brain a little kind of high five from yourself, yeah? And you'll soon start feeling like, okay, well, if I can do that, maybe I can add in 10 minutes of abs while the kids are distracted by CBeebies. And before you know it, you've built a routine. And routines are what carry you through the I can't be bothered days. Yeah, successful people work out because it's a workout day, not because they're motivated to do it. So don't try to leap tall buildings in a single bound, yeah? Just take the stairs. Trust me, it works. Now, tip number 2, habit stacking. A sneaky way to build good habits, yeah? Every minute we're multitasking to get things done. Well, forget it. That's actually a myth. Just like the existence of a clean house after kids. Research shows that we're not actually multitasking. We're just flitting backwards and forwards between tasks. And by doing that, we're actually less productive, not more. Now, what really works is habit stacking. The idea here is to add a new healthy habit onto something that you already do. Think of it as the life hack for busy women. Yeah, you're already brushing your teeth? Then do 10 squats when you finish. You're waiting for the coffee to brew? Then do 10 push-ups or stretch a bit, yeah? You're already doing these daily routines, so adding a little bit of extra action doesn't feel like a huge demand on your time or energy. But before long, you'll start to associate your morning coffee with a quick exercise burst. Plus, it's science-backed. Yeah, researchers say that habit stacking makes you more likely to stick to your goals. So next time you're standing around waiting for the kettle to boil, you could be squeezing in some crunches, yeah? Rather than scrolling through Instagram wondering why everyone else looks like they have their life together. Bonus tip, they don't. Tip number 3, focus on how you feel, not just how you look. Now, we've all been there, staring in the mirror, grabbing at the wobbly bits and thinking, oh, why isn't this going away? But instead of obsessing over your appearance, let's shift the focus to how you feel. When you exercise or eat healthier, you might not notice immediate changes in the mirror, but you will feel them. Maybe you've got more energy. Maybe you're not as knackered after chasing the kids around the park. Maybe, just maybe, you don't need a nap at 3 p.m. for the first time in years. All right, that one's probably a stretch. But here's the secret. When you focus on how good you feel, you're more likely to keep going. Science shows that we're more motivated by positive feelings than by chasing a particular number on the scale. So ditch the self-critique and tune into your body's feedback, yeah? Feel stronger? That's a win, yeah? Sleeping better? Win. Want to strangle fewer people during the day? Huge win. Now remember, feeling good leads to looking good as a natural byproduct. Tip number 4, embrace the 80-20 rule. Now you've probably heard of the 80-20 rule before, yeah? And no, it's not the ratio of how much of your kids' food hits the floor rather than their mouths. It's about balance. Aim to eat well and stick to your plan 80% of the time, but allow yourself a little wiggle room, yeah, for that 20%. You're human, after all. Now that piece of cake at your friend's birthday party, you know, go for it. The takeaway on a Friday night after a long week, well, you deserve it. But it's what you do most of the time that matters, yeah? The 80-20 rule prevents burnout and guilt because, let's be honest, nothing derails your motivation faster than feeling deprived or guilty for indulging. So enjoy life while still keeping yourself on track. The 80% feeds your body and the 20% feeds your soul. And who wants to live in a world without pizza anyway? Tip number 5, find your tribe. Now, I'm not talking about starting a cult here, yeah? Don't worry, no goats need to be sacrificed to get to your goal. But finding a group of like-minded women who are on the same journey as you can do wonders for your motivation. You know that friend who never stops banging on about how great her green juice is? Yeah, well, maybe avoid her. But what you need is a group of women who understand the struggle. The ones who get that sometimes getting out of bed is a workout in itself. Whether it's a virtual group on Facebook, a WhatsApp chat with a few close mates, or even an online fitness community, the power of social connection can't be overstated. Now, research shows that people with support systems are more likely to succeed in their fitness goals. And let's be honest, having someone to complain to when you're sore after leg day makes it all a bit more bearable. Tip number 6, set a reward system that doesn't involve food. Right, let's be clear. We all know the I'll reward myself with cake trick is a slippery slope, especially if you're trying to stay on track. So, how about setting up a reward system that's not tied to food? Yeah? For every milestone you hit, treat yourself to something that makes you feel amazing. A new pair of leggings, yeah, a pamper session, or even just an hour to yourself with a good book that doesn't rhyme. Now, rewards give you something to look forward to and keep the motivation flowing. Think of it as dangling a carrot in front of yourself, but in this case the carrot is a luxurious bath and a Netflix binge. Yeah, not an actual carrot because, well, you're not freaking Bugs Bunny, are you? Tip number 7, plan for the unexpected because life will throw curveballs. Let's face it, life is unpredictable. One minute you're meal prepping like a boss, and the next the school rings to tell you your kids come down with chickenpox, or your boss drops a last minute project in your lap at 4:55. Now, having a plan for when things go off course is key to staying motivated. Maybe that means keeping some healthy snacks in your bag or freezer meals for nights when you just can't be bothered to cook. Maybe it's about having a 20-minute workout you can do from home when you can't get to the gym. You don't need to stick rigidly to a plan to be successful. Being flexible within reason is what will keep you going in the long run. Life is crazier than a box of frogs, yeah? But that doesn't mean that you have to throw in the towel the second things get tricky. Be prepared for those curveballs and you'll find that staying on track becomes so much easier. Tip number 8, track your progress, but don't become obsessed. Let's talk tracking, whether it's using a fitness app, keeping a journal, or just snapping progress photos. Tracking can be an amazing tool to keep you motivated. But, and this is a big but, don't become obsessed with it, yeah? Tracking is there to give you a sense of accomplishment, not to make you feel bad when things aren't perfect. When you look back at how far you've come, even if it's just seeing that your jeans fit a bit better or that you don't feel like a bloated sloth at the end of the day, it reinforces that what you're doing is working, yeah? And that little ego boost is sometimes all you need to keep going. So track your progress, celebrate it, and remember that the journey is just as important as the destination. So there you go, 8 solid science-backed tips to help you stay motivated, even when life is throwing everything it can at you. If you enjoyed this, maybe even laughed a bit or felt inspired, then don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for me. Yeah, this is a new channel and I want to give you loads of tips and coaching to make sure that you hit all your goals, so every subscribe helps me do that. Then stick around because there's loads more to come, including even more questionable jokes and more tips to keep you moving towards your goals. And remember, if you can dodge a toddler's tantrum or survive a meeting that could have been an email, you can definitely tackle your fitness goals. I'm Anthony Punshon, your new favourite transformation coach, and I'm here every week to help you cut through the noise and achieve real results in your fitness journey without the stress, because we've all got enough of that already. And I'll see you next time.